this cooler, if I were to drop it here for everybody to get it and the resource, there are some people here that are physically fit, they're strong, they'll pick it up, right? They'll pick up this cooler. The weak people here will not get it. Even some are not weak. We can define weakness in different categories. They may not have physical strength, but they have mental strength, right? Government is established so that this thing we call the resources is distributed, so those who are vulnerable are protected in the process. So government is supposed to protect this. But let me demonstrate to you historically. And when I say historically, I know what I'm talking about. I have read Liberia. You call any year, I will tell you exactly what was happening in Liberia, what was happening in West Africa, and the opinion in Liberia and the global community. I will tell you that any year you call. So when I say historically, I mean and into the contemporary time. This resource, this is what is encapsulated in the budget. The budget is the developmental agenda for the country. It's supposed to set it up. Go out today and take the budget and see what I'm talking about. The resource for everybody. I'm humble, I'm honored, extremely humble and honored that among thousands and thousands of people that this church will come down to me. I did not expect it. I was not thinking about it. I was in district number 4 running as a representative. I have a whole different formula to transform that house. And we're working on when they talking about me. I thought about it. I consulted my families, my team from district number 4, Joshua T. Banana, and all the hard-working people. We discussed. We talked to the elders in the district. We discussed it and we agreed. Because I told Joshua and the team over and over, someone is the best person for the country. I was never thinking that someone was going to come to me and say, be my vice president. This is just for me.
The essence of this organization is to make sure that using the amount of money and first policy is to let it come to besides, we don't want to repeat of what happened in Lofa country, where it is alleged that our good were stolen, we will man our ballot, we will man our vote, and we make sure that each everyone can't about it. We are working with people, training people who consider as Russia for the Eastern election. And people who put that year before, we are millions of people on ballot in terms of it. So we don't want to repeat of that. That's all we mean. We want to stand by it and we make sure that we man our votes and that we elect President Mambaka. From the Labour Party end, this auxiliary is one of the biggest auxiliary as I speak to you. We are in 10 counties and we will be launching very soon. May, July, will be launching this auxiliary. The only reason why we cannot give you a particular date because the Standard Bureau and the Fire Standard Bureau, they are doing what we call county tour. We want to have the time that will be available to declare, to come and deliver with us when we are about to launch this program. But in the Labour Party, we have people that are now, we have silent voters who are there, or silent supporters who are willing to do everything possible to make sure that Chuta Baka is elected. Look, we don't need to tell people, and Plowman can tell when he's walking in the sun. You can see in the faces of the people, perfectly. You can see humor in the faces of the people. You can look, even this country, this government has lost the fight. Well, we will not disclose our strategy in the public, but I will let you know that we are working with young people that money cannot buy. We are working with hardcore related party partisans that will supervise all the areas in the rest of it. So the strategy will not be disclosed for now, but we can tell you that our vote will not be stolen like what happened in Lofa County. So we have this auxiliary has a structure in each of the counties. Okay, district level we have auxiliary that will go county level. So we pretty close to 15,000 plus. Okay, we'll be getting other report from Magibi because just out of Magibi and Bobby County. Until we can get that report, I can't give you often, but we're going more than 50.
In terms of doing that assessment on our economy, what was the binding constraint? Of course, road pop-up. Even when we're doing the poverty reduction strategy consultation across the country, the IPRS, all of the citizens said roads. So roads became our priority investment. And so that corridor was also opened up. That's for roads. We felt it was not sufficient to do so. We also needed to begin to look at corridors that would take us to our neighboring countries. So there's something you call the Trans-West African Highway that comes out of Senegal into Ghana, Togo, Benin, come to Ghana, and come to Cote d'Ivoire. into Liberia. It comes from Ma to Lokato, Tanale, Lokato. We had to pay from Lokato to Ganta. So we decided to invest in the corridor from Ganta to Sanikwe in Ikeba. When Aslometa deal was renegotiated, what did we do? We renegotiated that and thought that it made sense for us to now begin to invest in that corridor and upscale the road up to a full asphalt road. So that project started in 2014 under the Unity Party-led government. We upgraded the project to a full asphalt road from Ganta to Sanikwele to Yekeba. That's about 67 kilometers of road. Then for Sanikwele up to Lokato, we got funding from the African Development Bank and the European Investment Bank to do the corridors. So if we do an analysis, and I like to do this on what I will share that with you, on what the CDC government did, because they have misinformation in the corridors that they've paved 600 kilometers of road in the first term, and that's a lie. It's not true. In fact, if any one of you or some of you may have listened to the Minister of Finance 3 days ago, he had to clarify that it was this information provided him by the Minister of Public Works. And I said, I don't think the Minister of Public Works did that. I think the Minister of Finance wanted to just be disingenuous by providing such information to the public. And he said 347 kilometers has been paved. It's not true. The CDC-led government today has paved 200 paved, asphalt or rigid pavement or concrete, 237 kilometers. And I have the listing of the roads they've got involved with, and I can share it with you that they've paved. Now, we're doing it to demystify the myth that the Unity Party-led government did not do anything in terms of investing in our economic infrastructure, that they have done more. The CDC-led government inherited 314 kilometers of road from us that we've already secured financing for, and I can name those corridors. Banga to Konya, we secured funding for that already. There was funding available for that corridor. Sanikwele to Lokato, we secured the funding already. The African Development Bank and the European Investment Bank provided the funding for that, and they cannot disprove that. We also secured funding for Real Light, Coca-Cola factory to ELW Junction. And all of you were in Monrovia, you see that project that was done. The Somalia Drive on the Japan Freeway.
My PhD is in the field of political ecology. In political ecology, we study the root cause of poverty and its associated environmental impact. What makes people poor? And how can we find the solution? Poverty is as a result of unequal distribution of resources. Resources are finite. Finite means they can finish. Land is finished. It's finite. The land is not growing, but our population is growing, correct? It's a finite resources. Money is a finite resource. The diamond we had to gold. Our country now is host to 43% of the remaining West African Guinean forest belt. That forest used to stretch from Nigeria all the way here. Liberia has 33%. There are 25 biodiversity hotspots in the world. Liberia is host to one. I'm telling you what I'm about. So look at this color. Let's call this the resource of the country. The money, the diamond, the concessions, the sign, the land, and everything. Let's call that this. Government are established to protect the vulnerable. The essence of government is to protect the vulnerable. Because this color, if I drop it here for everybody to get it and the resource, there are some people here that are physically fit, they're strong. They'll pick it up, right? They'll pick up this color. The weak people here will not get it. Even some are not weak. We can define weakness in different categories. They may not have physical strength, but they have mental strength, right? Government is established so that this thing we call the resources is distributed, so those who are vulnerable are protected in the process. So government is supposed to protect this. But let me demonstrate to you historically. And when I say historically, I know what I'm talking about. I have read like this. You call in a year, I will tell you exactly what was happening in Liberia, what was happening in West Africa, and the opinion in Liberia and the global community. I will tell you that any year you call. So when I say historically, I mean and into the contemporary time. This resource, this is what is encapsulated in the budget. The budget is the developmental agenda for the country. It's supposed to set it up. Go out today and take the budget and see what I'm talking about. The resource for everybody. I'm humble, I'm honored, extremely humble and honored that among thousands and thousands of people that this church will come down to me. I did not expect it. I was not thinking about it. I was in district number 4 running as a representative. I have 4 different formula to transform on that house. It was breaking on when they talking about me. I thought about it. I consulted my families, my team from district number 4, Joshua T. Banana, and all the hardworking people. We discussed. We talked to the elders in the district. We discussed it and we agreed. Because I told Joshua and the team over and over, Jamal is the best president for the country. I was never thinking that Jamal was going to come to me and say, be my vice president. This is the broom, and the broom is a symbol. The broom has different meanings.
Get ready to kickstart your day with the most dynamic and informative breakfast program on your radio.
The Today Show brings you thought-provoking discussions, hot topics, expert guests and pundits, and a fresh cup of democracy every weekday morning on Spoon FM 107.5, Super 95.5, and on Spoon TV Live.
We also keep you informed with up-to-the-minute weather updates, traffic reports and hotspots, flight schedules, training issues, plus so much more.
But that's not all. The Today Show is a platform to share your thoughts, ask questions, and challenge the status quo. Pick up your phone, call our dedicated hotlines, and have your voice heard live on air.
Join your pair of hosts, Diamond Slanger and Emmanuel David, Mondays and Wednesdays from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m.
While Yekezi Zobel and Aaron Talu serve you a balanced platter of facts, perspectives, and engaging debates on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
And get ready on Friday for a wide range of fascinating social discussions, games, and laughter on a table filled with all of your hosts and a team of panelists to provide everything you need to kickstart your weekend.
So, set your alarm clocks, mark your calendars, and tune into the Today Show every weekday morning from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m.
Don't miss out on the most electrifying breakfast program on your radio. Stay engaged, stay informed, and let's make democracy work together.
Okay, folks, it's good to be back here on another edition of the Today Show right here on your favorite dials, 107.5, 95.5. And of course, we coming to you live on Spoon TV, Super TV as well, and that www.spoonfmradio.com. My name is Yekezi Zobel. And of course, I'm seated here alongside my colleague, Emmanuel David, and together we're going to be driving you through until 9:55 this morning. So, folks, today happens to be the 10th day of July, AD 2023. And gradually, we are headed to the October 10 elections. It's not going to be easy. A day that pivotal decisions are going to be made in Liberia. A day when history is going to be made. And currently, politicians or those aspiring for various positions in the country are touring Liberia, trying to seek the hearts, the desires of Liberians. I understand that the UP political leader has been in various counties, Margibi, Bong, and Nimba. Wow. Councillor Tawan Gonglo as well, has officially pronounced Dr. Emmanuel Yakpablo as his running mate. And that event took place in the Bangabong County. Plus a lot of other trending national issues. We saw some video footages of Nathaniel McGill in Margibi County as well. We'll talk more about those plus other developments right here on the show. So again, I'm Yekezi Zobe, and my colleague Emmanuel David is right here. Emmanuel, good morning and welcome to the show.
Yes, good morning, Yegezi, and good morning to our audience. It's always a pleasure and a privilege to be here on the program. You know, Yegezi, life in itself is a blessing, and breathing this morning is always a good thing. And you know, everybody hates Monday.
Yeah.
What about you? You know, Monday, the body is awake, but the brain is snowing. And you know, the weekend had lots of activities. You know, people going places and other things happening. Friends visiting friends. You know, family members and other things. You know, so when Monday comes, you have already, you know, gone through a lot of things during the course of the weekend, and then some folks even go about, you know, having time on Sunday, taking Sunday to be part of the weekend, but Sunday is not part of the week, and Sunday is the first day in the week.
Yeah.
And Monday is the first working day. So you assess yourself, and then Monday you have to get ready to go to your various places of work.
Some people just wish that the weekend doesn't end. Yeah.
Sure, you know?
Some people just wish that you know, the weekend doesn't end.
Yeah.
But you know, unfortunately for them, that wish, you know, doesn't come to pass. I mean,
Sure.
the weekend must end.
Yeah.
And we must get to Monday.
Mhm.
I don't know. Yes, some people hate Monday.
Yeah.
But guess what? That Monday, that's a working day. Not only Monday, but Monday, you know, is the start of, you know, the working week.
Yeah.
Is it Monday is the beginning of, you know,
The hustle.
The hustle.
Yeah.
The beginning of food going on your table.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, Monday, though is hated, but you know, in some sense, is a beautiful day. The start of the working week.
Certainly is actually a beautiful day, and I'm one of the lovers of Monday, certainly. And congratulations to Rufus Devon Cunning.
Oh yes, congratulations.
Rufus is off the market.
Rufus Devon Cunning. Wow. The man is Mr.
Cunning.
Rufus Devon Cunning now. He got wedded over the weekend.
Yeah.
Rufus, congratulations to you and your beautiful wife and your beautiful family. Hope you had a wonderful time. And I guess you guys are, you know, still on your honeymoon or something.
I saw the couples on yesterday. You know,
Okay.
I was on my way from service, and they were going, but I never had the time to actually talk to them because he was on wheels, you know.
Wow. So our man is now off the market.
For those of you who are hiring,
those of you who been crushing Rufus Devon Cunning, I'm sorry, he's now off the market. Except he wants to do otherwise. I trust that he cannot do so. I trust that he cannot do so.
Do it.
The man a pastor. The
guy can preach.
Yeah.
The man knows the Bible.
Of course. The gospel caravan. The man presented that show. The man sat here and, you know, usually preached the word of God.
Certainly.
Yeah, so he's made things right now with God and with his partner.
Yep.
So we'd like to say congratulations to our man, Rufus Devon Cunning. I wish you, you know, a happy and joyous marriage home. Now, let's just bring you an outline of our this morning's activities. Very shortly, we will bring you the day up segment, and the day up segment comprises motivation, weather forecast, exchange rates, traffic bits, essential prices of commodities. We'll also bring you flag schedule, transportation fares to the various political subdivisions of Liberia, all coming up right here on the Day Up segment. And after the Day Up segment, we take a break. And when we come back, we bring you trending issues. And on the trending issues segment, yeah, of course, we bring you trending issues. We bring you the local dailies. We bring you sports. We bring you, we cut across Liberia, to speak to our various correspondents to tell us exactly what's unfolding in the Liberia. And also on the trending issues segment this morning, we will be joining our reporters. Aaron Talu is still in Nimba County. He's been providing coverage for the visit of the standard bearer of the Unity Party. I understand that Ambassador Joseph Yuma Boakat is still in Nimba County. Aaron Talu is going to be telling us more about his visit. He had visited Ganta. He had visited Kample. My understanding is that he should be visiting Saclay and other areas before concluding his tour there in Nimba County. So Aaron Talu is posted there this morning. He will be telling us more about that. And we will also speak to Haji Masale. Haji was in Bon County over the weekend, specifically in Banga, where the standard bearer of the LPP, the Liberian People Party, Councillor Tawan Gonglo, officially announced Dr. Yakpa yes, Emmanuel Yure Yakpa as his running mate. Yep, that has been officialized now. So Haji Masale was there. He provided coverage about that. So we'll be joining him on the trending issues segment of the show this morning to tell us more. And also coming up on the trending issues, some of the trending developments we will be discussing. I rolling right down your screen for those of you watching us live on Spoon TV Live. But for the sake of those that are listening on Spoon FM 107.5 and Super FM 95.5, we talk about the criticisms of Centaur of the CDC for allowing U.S. corruption-sanctioned government officials to contest on its ticket. So recently, the CDC held primaries across the country, and in Margibi County, the former Minister of State for Presidential Affairs, sanctioned by the U.S., won on the CDC ticket. So he's going to be contesting on the CDC's ticket in Margibi County, as well as Bill Twawi, former managing director of the Airport Authority. So the Port Authority. So in River says he too won on the CDC's ticket. So the Center for Transparency and Accountability has criticized the CDC's decision to have those individuals, even allow them contesting a primary and going to the extent of winning on their ticket. So we're going to be discussing that. And also, just before the weekend last week, it was reported in Lofa County, specifically Foya District, that over 30 cows, specifically 36 cows, were discovered dead in that part of the country. The cause of death is yet unknown. The Ministry of Agriculture released a statement before the weekend to that effect, and it said it was sending some, experts,
animal specialists,
animal specialists, to, determine the cause of death of those cattle there in Lofa County. So we'll also be speaking to our man there in Lofa, Mason Colley, is our correspondent, one of our correspondents in Lofa County. We will be speaking to him to tell us more about that incident. And also on the trending issue this morning, a man who has impersonated as a police officer for 3 years has been charged and sent to court. Just imagine somebody,
3 years.
The man was successful impersonating as a police officer for 3 years.
So
3 years.
So just imagine how many people he exploited.
Yeah, how many people he exploited as a police officer. So, but he's finally been, nabbed. He's been charged and sent to court. We'll be bringing you more details about those developments this morning. So don't go away. Be there while we're here. Let's say good morning to some of those watching us live on Spoon TV. Justice David Rescout is watching, and his Justice says, keep up the good work. And so Komen says, I'm following. Peter Donor says, good. Fofi Aqua says, good. James Cooper is watching from Dallas, Texas. Thanks for following. George Innes he says, following from Upper Cartwell, Benson Street. Thanks for following. Moses Momolu says, good morning. Moses, good morning. Hope you're having a wonderful time. Honorable George Watkins Jr. says, good morning, everyone. I'm following live from my comfort zone in District 13, Mansurado County. And George Watkins happens to be one of our regular followers here on the show. George, thanks for following. Jerry Bondo says, I'm watching you from Solomba Town, Lofa County, Foya. Keep on the good work for the people of Liberia. Okay. Aaron Talu. Yeah, Aaron Talu is watching from Ganta City, Nima County. Yeah, we'll be joining Aaron Talu this morning. He's our reporter and one of the co-hosts of the Today Show. So we'll be joining him. He's in Nima County currently to tell us more about the visit of the former vice president there in Ganta, Kample, and other areas that he's expected to visit today. Tanu Gossent Kowula says, watching from Kakata. Okay, thanks for watching from Kak City. Titus Faya says, good morning, Spoon Team. I'm following you from Bamako, Mali. Okay, thanks for following. Civilized Loma Boy. He says, great job. James T. Fire comments again. James said, no, that's another Fire. James T. Fire says, I'm working. I think he meant I'm watching you from Newark, New Jersey. Thank you for your good work. Okay, thanks for following. J. Elisha Cheer. He says, thanks for following. He said he's laughing. He said, what about Waze? Well, I don't actually know what you mean, Elisha. But thanks for following. He's one of our regular followers. Eman Sandu. Eman said, take time. I don't know what they would take you down with. Yeah, but Happy Boy HB says, he says, thank you guys for the job well done. Always following from my little comfort zone, Outland community. Thanks for following. And thanks to all of you that are following the show. A lot of folks following. We will ensure that your comments are pinned live on the screen. So keep on commenting. And of course, though we're not able to read out all of your comments and pin them on the screen, but we'll ensure that they are pinned on the screen. And also for those of you watching this morning, don't forget that the Spoon FM 107.5 Mega Daily Catch Splash is on. And it's a radio promo game, just if you don't know, or a raffle draw. And it draws up to 4 winners every day. And each winner walks away with 2,500 Liberian dollars after playing for just 70 cents USD or 100 Liberian dollars. So all you need to do is to dial the playing code *799# *799# to be the part of this radio game. So once you dial *799# using your non-StarCell GSM SIM card, you select number 3 for Spoon FM. You choose how to pay the playing fee. You enter your mobile money PIN to approve the payment and select whether to pay through your airtime or through your non-StarCell mobile money account. And after that, you automatically get into the draw and you stand a chance to win, 2,500 Liberian dollars here this morning It's a Rafa Jordan, so the more you play, the more your chances are to win. And it's only for it's only for 18 years and above. Yeah, so folks, that's it. We will take a break and when we'll come back, we'll go straight in for our day up segment on the show this morning.
Get ready to kickstart your day with the most dynamic and informative breakfast program on your radio.
The Today Show brings you thought-provoking discussions, hot topics, expert guests and pundits, and a fresh cup of democracy every weekday morning on Spoon FM 107.5, Super 95.5, and on Spoon TV Live.
We also keep you informed with up-to-the-minute weather updates, traffic reports, and hotspots, flight schedules, training issues, plus so much more.
But that's not all. The Today Show is a platform to share your thoughts, ask questions, and challenge the status quo. Pick up your phone, call our dedicated hotlines, and have your voice heard live on air.
Join your pair of hosts, Diamond Slanger and Emmanuel David, Mondays and Wednesdays from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m.
While Yekezi Sobel and Aaron Talu serve you a balanced platter of facts, perspectives, and engaging debates on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
And get ready on Friday for a wide range of fascinating social discussions, games, and laughter on a table filled with all of your hosts and a team of panelists to provide everything you need to kickstart your weekend.
So, set your alarm clocks, mark your calendars, and tune into the Today Show every weekday morning from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m.
Don't miss out on the most electrifying breakfast program on your radio. Stay engaged, stay informed, and let's make democracy work together.
Okay, welcome back. This is the Today Show right here on your favorite dial. Our names are Yekezi Zobel and Emmanuel David. So let's now bring you the day up segment, beginning with the weather forecast. This morning was the outlook of the weather according to weatheratlas.com, where we get our weather forecast. So according to Weather Atlas, today, the 10th of July, the storms with thunder and lightning are anticipated. Storms with thunder and lightning are anticipated. The likelihood of precipitation is high. However, the rainfall will be light. And the highest predicted temperature is a warm 27 degrees Celsius, while the lowest temperature will be a moderately hot 24 degrees Celsius and 75.2 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, and the sun rose this morning at 6:34, and the sun was set later on this evening at 7:02, and the daylight will last for 12 hours and 28 minutes. So that's the weather forecast for today. The the likelihood of precipitation is very high. But if there's any, the rainfall will be light. So if you go into work, wherever you're going, you want to go alongside your rain gears, your rain boots, your raincoats, and all of the necessary rain gears, your umbrella, because there's a high possibility of rain falling today, and moreover, we are in the rainy season, so that is expected. So let's quickly bring you the daily exchange rates before going over to Emmanuel for the county transportation facts and the traffic bits. The buying rate, according to the Central Bank of Liberia, for today, or the latest buying rate on the CBL's website is 181 Liberian dollars to one United States dollar, while the selling rate is 183 Liberian dollars to one United States dollar. Yeah, so that's the exchange rates from the Central Bank of Liberia's website. But if you go outside there, it's different. The exchanges, some exchanges are exchanging for up to 190, 188, 187, 185, just depending on where you are doing your exchange. So yes, the Central Bank of Liberia is saying something different, and of course what is out there is different. So it's apparently due to poor regulation and poor monitoring of the rate. Emmanuel?
Yes, I'm not. Yes, so from that we actually crisscross to transition and bring you the transport fares, and we're going to deal with the southeastern parts of Liberia. So we will not go to northern Liberia today. Probably on Wednesday we're going to deal with the northern parts of Liberia and central Liberia. So from Montserrat County to Sano County, the transport fare is 8,500 Liberian dollars for an individual. From Montserrat County to Sano County is 8,500 Liberian dollars for an individual. And from Montserrat County to Riverside County, that's Riverside County, is 2,500 Liberian dollars for an individual. And from Montserrat County to Grand Jita County is 10,000 Liberian dollars. And if you're going there, you have to have your 10,000 package. And from Montserrat County to River G County is 14,000 Liberian dollars, 14,000 Liberian dollars for an individual. And from Montserrat County to Maryland and Grand Crew County is 18,000 Liberian dollars. So that's it for you right there. There you have it. So if you are traveling to the southeastern part of Liberia, you have to be in line with these fares and to not have an embarrassment. At this juncture, we will have the Chief of Public Safety, John Sa, so that we talk about some issues confronting the traffic. And then that's going to serve as an education for you, for those of you who don't know these things. It's going to serve as an education for you. That's what we usually do on this program. On the day of segment. So I'm establishing contact with the Chief of Public Safety of the Liberia National Police, John Sai. I'm establishing contact with the Chief of Public Safety of the Liberia National Police. And we have Mr. John Sai on the line. Good morning, Mr. John Sai.
Good morning, Emmanuel.
So how's everything? How was your weekend? And how's everything went? How's the job going on?
Well, as I speak, right now I'm around the Broadway, what they call tire shop.
Okay.
I think erosion caused the road to break, so that's what I'm expecting right now.
All right. So it is an inspection that you are doing at that part of the country, right?
Yes, that's where I am.
All right. So let's talk a little bit about the issue of we are in the rainy season, and the rate of accident is on the increase. So from the police angle, what are some of those safe tips that you can give to our audience, especially drivers, to avoid having a regular accident? And if they have an accident, what are some of the things they need to do?
Well, the last thing we were talking the other day was speed.
Yeah.
We said speed will reduce accident greatly.
Okay.
If even there was accident when the speed is lower, the impact will not be serious.
Mm-hmm.
Then I think after we spoke that day, next day there was an accident involving spoon car.
Yes,
of course.
Sure enough.
Did you see the impact of that vehicle?
I saw it. Very tragic.
Speed was grievous until it hit the barricade. That barricade is more than 2 tons. Imagine that car hit that barricade and it fell. Then 3 persons died on the spot. Other people sustained serious injury. Maybe more to die. Maybe if I go to headquarters, they'll tell me whether some more died or some more died the other day.
Mm-hmm.
So it is because of the overspeed. Why should you run with overspeed? So those are some of the reasons we said people should not overspeed their vehicles. Overspeeding is not good. Reduce your speed, especially in trucks. Run 30 miles per hour. Anywhere. Take your own set time to go, take your own set time to come. Even smaller cars, reduce your speed. Once speed is reduced, accident is reduced. That is the medicine we have for accident right now. Speed is reduced, accident is reduced.
All right, so Mr. Sai, so let's talk a little bit about, at times driver get involved in accident, and perhaps they are afraid as it relates to the reaction from other people. Maybe this driver was plying the street, and then he had an accident and involving the life of someone. So from the police angle, what are some of the best practice that you should exhibit as a driver if there is an accident and then you have some other reaction coming up?
First thing, accident is the unexpected. People should not be more violent because of accident. So when somebody make accident and you go to, beat them, point their cars, you are not the judge, you are not a police officer. There's no need for anyone to go and beat anybody when an accident takes place. So once you beat somebody and will get there, or you point somebody's car, if you were in it right, if you were in it right, because you don't even know whether you were in it or in it wrong, you're not giving us a chance to investigate. When we get there, we're not going to investigate because you have contaminated the scene of the accident. What would be the impact we'll speak from? What accident diagram are we going to draw? So more violence is not accepted, and nobody should be beating anybody or pointing anyone car because of accident.
All right. So, Mr. Sai, is there any other thing you would like to add up? Because we don't have the luxury of time for today because we start a little late. So,
yes, what I want to add up is where I am right now. There is a construction. Somebody blocked the entire waterway, so the water have to force its way to cross to this tire sharp place. As a result, the whole road is damaged. So our vehicles from Broadway are now taken through Iron Gate to Banjo, then they will get back from Hotel Africa to the bureau. So the owner of this facility will have to stop this work. I can call Minister Tom, and I will let him know that this work should stop immediately.
All right. So we will have to hold you there, and thanks a lot for the information and the education as well.
Thank you, sir.
All right. The Chief of Public Safety of the Liberia National Police, Mr. John Sai, bringing it up to speed with information and some education as well on the program, the day of segment on the Today Show on Spoon FM, Super FM, and Spoon TV, Super TV as well. So yeah, Gizzy.
So that is it. The issue of accident is on the increase. in Liberia, as per previous report
Mhm.
given by the police. So that's why it's good to have the chief of public safety at the headquarters of the police to always, educate and inform our listeners or our audience about, the issue of accident, how to prevent it, and if it happens, how to go about. Like you asked him. In many cases, there have been uh, accidents where maybe a fatal accident,
Mhm.
and those around, have like angry crowd,
Yeah.
you
Mhm.
know, ran behind the somebody they perceive or they think was wrong. Maybe took the wrong lane, or maybe was speeding, or maybe was the cause the fee was the cause of the accident. They turn against that person. Sometimes mock the person,
Mhm.
stop the person, and even kill the person in the process. So because of that, uh, nowadays, whenever there is an accident, you know, if and only if the person involved, especially the driver
Yep.
involved, is well enough, or maybe who thinks that maybe is the cause of the accident. What he does is that he run away from the scene,
Yeah.
and this is why causing this sometimes hit and run.
Hit it wrong. Sure.
Some people will hit another person, but then they run away. Sometimes some people just do it cruelly. They do it because they are heartless, but some people too, they do it as a precautionary measure, because they feel if they stop in that particular vicinity or in that environment, the environment is going to be very hostile to them. So what they do is that they run away, and they don't escape from the police. What they do, they go to the nearby police headquarters, for safety, or to inform the police about what has happened, and the police will come to intervene in the matter. So let us drivers be
Yep.
careful as we go about driving. Let's go by abide by the various traffic rules and regulations in order to avoid frequent accident. Now, let's go over to the Rabat International Airport now to bring you the flight schedule from there. Today, according to airportinfo.live, where we get our flight schedule, Kenya Airways arrives at the Rabat International Airport at 5:40 from Accra, Ghana. Delta Airlines arrives at the Rabat International Airport at the same time from Accra, Ghana. Aska Airlines arrives at the Rabat International Airport at 5:50 from Accra, Ghana, and the Ethiopian Airlines also arrives at the Rabat International Airport today at 5:50, and is from Accra, Ghana. Let's bring you departures as well. So the two departures at the Rabat International Airport for today have already occurred. The Aska Airlines has departed the Rabat International Airport, and it did that at 7:48. Just a few minutes ago.
Yep.
It departed the Rabat International Airport for Accra, Ghana, and of course, is going to arrive in Accra, Ghana at 9:29. It's currently in air. And also, the Ethiopian Airlines departed the Rabat International Airport at 7:48 a few hours ago, and is currently in air and is expected to arrive in Accra, Ghana at 9:29. Okay, so yeah, that's it for the flight schedule at the Rabat International Airport. If you have your loved ones arriving in the country, your friend, a relative arriving in the country, you want to go there at the RIA in time to await them, so that they cannot arrive in the country and like waiting you for so long.
Mhm.
All right, and also if you're driving through the RIA route, you need to be careful as well, because that road is under
Yes.
construction. It's narrowed. It's dark as well at night. So you need to be careful as you drive through. along that road.
And I've been on a road of recent. That road, the snow pace of that construction is causing the road to be where it is now, and it's advisable that you take your time. If, as Legacy said, if you have a surgery at the Robert International Airport to book a flight, you have to do that very, very soon, or else you're gonna get caught up on the way because the road is not, it's not smooth. Let me put it that way. It is not smooth. It is not smooth. So you will have to actually go ahead of time, or else I'll tell you because I'm a living witness. I'm on that road almost every time, going Charlesville and other places. So you have to take it very easy and go very soon. That's it.
Yeah, so let's quickly bring you traffic congestion hotspots here just before going for the criminal hotspots. So if you're heading to town this morning, expect traffic congestion at the various points. The ELWA junction, the SD Cooper Road currently is a traffic congestion hotspot because of the road construction along the ELWA junction. So all of the vehicles, tricycles, and motorcycles are all diverted at the SD Cooper Road area. So expect traffic congestion along that route, and the Congo Town Belt, somewhere beginning at the former headquarters of the Unity Party or even beyond. Expect traffic congestion there. This morning is a traffic congestion hotspot. Passing through the ministerial complex and the 540 area. And for those of you who are using the back road, that is the Congo Town back road, while approaching the principal street, expect traffic congestion, while approaching the main road. And going further to town, the Catholic Junction is a traffic congestion hotspot. The Vamoma Junction area is a traffic congestion hotspot. The traffic congestion usually begins at the Invincible Park, and sometimes at the car wash area, sometimes at the headquarters of the CDC or the Noon Star Cell GSM company office. So yeah, expect traffic congestion at those points. 20th Street in Sinco, there's going to be a little bit of traffic congestion there. And going to town further, the Stella Maris Junction, as we call it, is going to be another hotspot for traffic congestion because you have the Stella Maris Polytechnic there. And on the opposite of the road, you have the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. You also have the campus of the University of Liberia on the other side. And I understand the university resumes classes today.
No, not to my knowledge.
Okay.
Not to my knowledge.
All right, but you are at the university,
Yeah,
so
not to my
so yeah, I got something like that, but it's something that we must confirm. We tried.
We tried connecting.
Talking to Norris Toy. He's the communication guy there at the university. We tried talking to him last week, but he said he wasn't faring well. So we will try to speak to him today again because it's important to know when the University of Liberia will resume classes after the faculty association laid down their chalks or went on a crack action, demanding their administration to address some plaques. I don't know whether those plaques have been addressed, but I think there's a need to have them addressed.
I was told there were serious engagements.
Okay.
Yes, to that effect. So perhaps, I don't know. I cannot just say it because I don't have the full information concerning that.
Okay, we hope to try talking to Norris Toy here this morning on the show to tell us more about that. And still talking about traffic congestion hotspot, the red light area, the Omega market, the Douala market, those are all going to be traffic congestion hotspots in the country today. The Town area, the Waterside area, the Gabriel Tucker Bridge, are all traffic congestion hotspots in Mansurado County. Bandersville Junction is a traffic congestion hotspot. Yeah, so those are hotspot for traffic congestion you need to look out for if you are heading out today. And some of those places will also be hotspot for traffic congestion during the evening hours.
Evening hours, sir.
Yeah. So let's now move quickly to criminal hotspot. And right after that, we'll take a break to be back with our trending issue. Now, the Dupont Road Junction is a criminal hotspot. Look out for that area. Dupont Road Junction is a criminal hotspot. The Dupont Road Cemetery as well is a criminal hotspot you want to look out for. The Vocamation Cemetery is a criminal hotspot. The GSA Road Junction and along the GSA Road itself, those are all criminal hotspots you need to look out for. The ELW Junction as well is a criminal hotspot. The Boulevard Road, the 72nd Boulevard Road, especially along the mangrove swamp, is a criminal hotspot. Look out for that area. And also, the Bandersville Junction is a criminal hotspot. The Zimbabwe area here, along the Congotown Back Road, is a criminal hotspot. Look out for that. The Vamama House in St. Paul is a criminal hideout. Look out for that area. And also the Duca Building in Central Monrovia is a criminal hideout. The Old Education Building is a criminal hideout. The various basic market areas, the Relight Market, the Omega Market, especially at the Omega Market Junction, the Douala Market as well. Those are all criminal hotspots you want to look out for. Chocolate City Junction, the Kadoma Cemetery in Gardnersville is a criminal hotspot. The Center Street area, specifically the Center Street Cemetery, is a criminal hotspot you want to look out for. Bandersville Dry Rice Market Junction, the New Georgia Estate Junction, Chikisu Factory Junction, 20th Street Monrovia, especially down the beach. Rock Hill Community, Freeport around Semenko, the Parker Paint Junction, the FDA Junction in Mount Barkley. So basically, those are some of the criminal hotspots in Montserrat County you want to look out for. So if you just entering Montserrat from whatever county, those are areas you want to look out for criminalities. And this is not intended to instill fear in you. It's just intended to set you on your guard.
On your guard, because the police is not capacitated enough. And those places that Yagasi have named, the presence of police at those junctions, you will not experience the high presence of police. And if any, you will have to be very vigilant, because the police, we have said this thing over and over and over and over. The police supposed to be a group of people who help in the process if there is an attack on an individual. But at times I have witnessed people at various juncture being attacked. Even me, I have been attacked initially, and then to have police come to your aid, they will say, "Oh, mama, we don't have things to even go after those people." So it's not we are not making you to be afraid, but it's just a form of enlightening you so that you be aware of some of those areas. So when you go into those places, you just have to be on your guard as you move on. So the police not, I can squarely say this, the police not capacitated enough to actually chase after those criminals.
Yeah, sure. And don't forget that the Spoon 107.5 daily, that's Mega Daily Cash Splash is on. And of course, it is a radio promo game or raffle draw that draws up to 4 winners every day. And each winner walks away with 2,500 Liberian dollars. And you only play it for USD 70 cents or 100 LD. So all you need to do is to dial the playing code, which is *799#, *799#. using your non-SACL GSM SIM card. Select number 3 for Spoon FM. You choose how to pay the playing fee. Next, you enter your mobile money PIN to approve the payment and select whether to pay through your airtime or your non-SACL GSM mobile money account. And right after that, you automatically get into the draw and you stand a chance to win 2,500 Liberian dollars. And the more you win, the more you play, the more your chances are to win. So it's a ravager. So keep playing. You don't know if you're going to be that lucky winner for today. All right, so folks, it's 19 minutes on the flip side. Of 8 o'clock, we take a break. And when we come back, we go straight to discuss some of the trending issues you see rolling down the screen there for those of you watching us live on Spawn TV. And for those of you listening, just keep listening. We'll be bringing to your attention some of those trending issues. We'll take a break. So I'll be back.
Get ready to kickstart your day with the most dynamic and informative breakfast program on your radio.
The Today Show brings you thought-provoking discussions, hot topics, expert guests and pundits, and a fresh cup of democracy every weekday morning on Spoon FM 107.5, Super 95.5, and on Spoon TV Live.
We also keep you informed with up-to-the-minute weather updates, traffic reports and hotspots, flight schedules, training issues, plus so much more.
But that's not all. The Today Show is a platform to share your thoughts, ask questions, and challenge the status quo. Pick up your phone, call our dedicated hotlines, and have your voice heard live on air.
Join your pair of hosts, Diamond Slanger and Emmanuel David, Mondays and Wednesdays from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m.
While Yekezi Zobel and Aaron Talu serve you a balanced platter of facts, perspectives, and engaging debates on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
And get ready on Friday for a wide range of fascinating social discussions, games, and laughter on a table filled with all of your hosts and a team of panelists to provide everything you need to kickstart your weekend.
So, set your alarm clocks, mark your calendars, and tune into the Today Show every weekday morning from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m.
Don't miss out on the most electrifying breakfast program on your radio. Stay engaged, stay informed, and let's make democracy work together.
Okay, folks, welcome back. You are listening to Spoon 107.5 FM. We also coming to you live on Super 95.5 FM and on Spoon TV Live, Super TV Live as well. We're coming to you via www.spoonfmradio.com. My name is Yekezi Zobel. I'm here with my colleague Emmanuel David. And together we're driving you through until 9:55. So welcome to the scoop segment of the show. That's a segment on which we bring you all of the trending major happenings in Liberia. And when we talk about Liberia, we're not only talking about Monrovia. We cut across Liberia to bring you all of the major trending happenings. So now we have on the line from Lofa County, Mason Colley. Mason Colley has been our correspondent there in the Lofa County to tell us more about the recent report of over 30 cows dying there in Foyat district. Was the cause of death and everything? What has local residents been saying about this? Mason, good morning and welcome to the show.
Well, let me say good morning to you, Yegazin, and good morning to your tons of listeners, and also those who viewing on the social media. I'd like to say good morning to everyone.
Okay, good morning. How is Lofa County?
Well, Lofa is very, very crowded this morning, specifically to be precisely, Bonjaman. We might get experience rainfall any moment from now because the weather is very, very dark.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think in Monrovia here we have a wet weather as well. But let's go over to some training issues over there in Lofa County, specifically about report of over 30 cattle, particularly cows, dying just within the same day. Tell us what information or report do you have about that?
Well, the information is quite correct. Last week, that was on a Friday, we received information that 36 cows died easternly in the Koyas district belt. And then we tried to find out who the owner of those cows and then what caused the death. Immediately we went in to find out from local authorities, and we were told that those cows were owned by a Fula National who based there. He normally raised those cows and used them for business. So when we interviewed him, he said he was surprised on an early morning, on that Friday morning, when he saw that these cows were dead, So immediately they decided to invite the local authorities to have them informed about the death of those cows. And when they went there, they decided to find out what actually the cause. Some people said they were perishing, and some people said likeness, and different information were around. So they decided to push on one of the cows to test the heart, whether it was caused by perishing or other issues. And the interesting part, that was not done by health workers, but the superintendent, the statutory superintendent, J. Clarence Cindy, was present, and other security apparatus, and that's how they decided to push that cow. And just one of that 36 cows, and they butchered it, and then they tested the heart, and it was established that they did not die because of pressing.
Okay.
But one now the day, they also invited a cattle surveillance officer to come and do some work to see what the cause. But what happened now, what made the security apparatus and other media police who were there was that after they cooked the heart of the cow, and then the superintendent tested it, and he ate. Allegedly now he said that they did not die as a result of pressing. So you can see in the next morning, that happened in the evening. The next morning, before people could go there, this cow who had mysteriously disappeared. They did not see any of the cows they did not see any of the cows. So as we speak, it is yet not established the cause of death of those cows, but they have just disappeared from the site.
Wow. And I mean, that is the news there. I mean, those cows that died mysteriously have disappeared.
Sure.
Even though there has been a release from the government, the Ministry of Agriculture released a statement to that effect. The ministry. Hello, you there?
Oh, I am not getting you now.
Mason, are you getting me now?
Okay, yeah.
Okay. Yes. So I mean, is there any ongoing investigation to know how those cows, disappear? Those dead cows that yet nobody knows what they died of. Is there any investigation as to who took them away? Has the owner of the cows been asked?
Well, the owner of the cow, because of their religion, they said that they don't normally eat their animal
Okay.
against that. So they said that they don't have. I mean, they did not get time to actually say, okay, we say they are dead and they are because they die not because of person we will sell it or we will do this. No, they said that they don't have time for their cow, their animal, absolutely. While the owner of the cow said, do not have time for it again. But as to respond to the question, whether they do investigation, we are yet to get that. Whether the local authorities do investigation as to who are those who took those cows. But all confirmed information just this morning, coming in say that some of the villages, some of the towns and villages, people are seeing that they are drying the cows, and some are cooking it, eating it. And then if you go there, you want to talk to them, they will not tell you where they got it from. But I will clearly tell you that those cows disappear, community members may have gone in there and take it away. Now, we also try to investigate whether those cows are on market for sale. Again, you cannot see people selling it around, but we are told that private homes in the nearby towns and villages, they are seeing people eating some of those cows.
So I want to know as to whether this has happened before in the county to have. I'm not on.
Yeah.
I want to. I want to know as to whether this has happened in the county to have a huge number of cattle dying just like that.
This is the first of its kind. Of course, yes, people are raising cows around here, not only in Fuya district, but even in Wanjaman, other places you will see that the Fula nationals, Fula people are raising cows around the country, right? But this is the first of its kind for such, huge number, 36 cows to die just a single day. This is the first of its kind for such a thing to happen. So that's why people are concerned. They were calling on health authority to go and conduct some authority on those dead cow bodies. But again, before the next day, everything just disappears. So people are still confused to know the cause of death.
So how concerned is the appropriate authority there in the county? Because you cannot have a huge number of cows just dying and they have disappeared, and you don't know the whereabouts of those cows, and you don't know the cause of death of those cows. How concerned is the health? Is the appropriate authority there in Lofa County to trace the missing cows?
Everybody is concerned, apart from the local authority, but everybody is concerned because the health issue. Everybody is concerned because of the health issue. Nobody knows the status of those cows, what killed them. Officially, health workers to come and say that, okay, they are free for eating, you can eat them. Now, everybody is concerned. But again, on the other hand, for the fact that a piece of that cow was tested and proving that, and the person who tested it allegedly up to now, person moving normal.
You actually mean that the cow was cooked and tested by the superintendent?
Yes, the first one that was butchered, the cow when it happened,
yeah.
It called the attention of the county authority and that district, the statutory superintendent Honorable J. Clarence Sandy, he is the head of that district.
Okay.
Of course, he tested it, and then after they said that they wanted to find out from the heart whether it was fighting. Probably you could see some sound that the cow was fighting. So you cook it as an evidence to see that. Let's taste it and see what happened. So maybe probably that's what people saying that gives the community members the braveness now to go after those cows, because you can't say that cow will just disappear on its own. People may have gone there, and so because it was tested, that's why probably people are saying that.
So Mason, specifically, is it a superintendent or a district commissioner who actually tested the cow?
The
statutory superintendent.
Yes, and we have the superintendent proper. The superintendent was not there. The proper superintendent Honorable William Tamakanga was not there. But we're talking about
the statutory superintendent. What's his name?
J. Clarence Sandy.
J. Clarence Sandy. He was the one. He was the one who tested the cow after being cooked.
Yes, and followed by a lot of people too. So that's the story. So up to now, we are yet to get information from the security or from the local authority whether they do investigation, who took the cows away, or what happened. We have to do follow up on that to see whether they have launched an investigation into the matter.
The Ministry of Agriculture released a statement on Friday saying that it was sending, some animal experts or specialists there in the county to decipher or figure out the cause of death of those cows. Have you guys seen any specialists or heard of any animal specialists coming to Lofa County there to, carry on to figure out the cause of death of those cows?
Yes, so myself saw the release, but to say that they enter into the country to invite media people to go with them, no, I did not, up to present, have that yet, and I have not received any call from the district inviting us or to go and to. But I will do a follow up on that. As myself read that story, I mean, I saw the release, but I'm yet to see them in person. I contacted the Ministry of Agriculture coordinator here, and then similarly, yes, he had to respond to my call. I sent a text message as well. That was over the weekend. Up to now, no response yet.
Okay. Mason, thank you very much. We hope to keep in touch with you as it relates to that issue, because it's a very, very concerning issue, especially with the disappearance of those dead cows. Is even more concerning. So we hope to keep in touch with you as things unfold there in Foya District, Lofa County.
Okay, it's always my pleasure. Have a great day then.
Okay, thank you. You too. All right, so folks, that's it there. Our correspondent in Lofa County, Mason Colley, giving us that staggering information about the disappearance of the over 30 cows, that just died instantly. The cause of death is yet unknown. Nobody knows who killed those cows or what they died of, but what is astonishing this morning is report coming from there that the cows have disappeared. Emmanuel, this is actually
it is troubling,
staggering, and and the reason why I was asking for the name of that superintendent is because he took risk, and I think his action led to other people to the disappearance of the cow.
Yes.
I must say that. The statutory superintendent, who, according to our correspondent, ordered people to cook the cow, and he tested the cow. The first thing is that he put his own life at risk because he didn't know what actually, killed
the cows.
But he ordered people to, cook it, and he took risk by eating it. And after eating the cows, what it did there now is that it gave people the feeling that once the superintendent can eat it, and up to this time, nothing happens to him, so we ourselves will eat it. So he was the reason, he was the cause for, his action. Gave others, they believe that nothing, the cow did not die from poison or anything that could affect human beings if, they eat the cow. So I think that was a very, very bad example that he set there, I must say. He should have tested the cow. He should have, given, left that entire process with the relevant authority, health practitioners to come in, to do their work.
They should have waited for the animal health specialist from the MOA to actually arrive and do the appropriate, checkup as to what was the cause for the death of those cows. It is scary. I'm concerned about the lives of other people who are not aware of those things, and they're going to be eating those cows as well. If something goes wrong, it's just playing my head, and I'm kind of confused. If such a death occurs, you should wait for the appropriate authority to do the proper testing of those cows. Even the owner of the cow said he has nothing to do with their cow. Then what's about you? We at times we put ourselves into a condition that if things happen, they will start to blame others. And people, I'm quite sure that inhabitants of those areas, these are people who took away those cows. I'm quite sure that is the case, and it is endangering your life. You cannot mind, Liberians. It's just hard to put it away. I don't know
so,
how. So
everything just boils down to poor leadership. Very, very poor leadership.
It's wrong.
That particular issue was not handled the rightful way. You had a statutory superintendent there,
yes, you have with it.
Asking people to cook the cow, and after cooking the cow, he put his own life at risk, tasted the cow or ate it, and because nothing happened to him, that motivated other people to go about eating
Eat the
the
cow.
cow. Yeah.
And that is wrong.
And that I mean, those dead cows needed to be preserved. Those dead cows, whether the owner doesn't eat a dead cow or whatever reason, I mean, those dead cows needed to be kept in a secure environment. Why? Because now the Ministry of Agriculture says it's any animal specialist to go there, to figure out the death of the cows. Now, if they go there, what are you going to do test on? What are they going to do if they're going to do autopsy? What are they going to do the autopsy on? When all the dead cows have disappeared, what are they going to do the test on? So the leadership acted very, very reckless and careless. Very, very careless. You got dead cows, 36 cows dying just instantly, the same
you
day.
You don't even know what was the cause.
You don't know the cause of death. I think that should call for concern. If you raise eyebrow, you should be suspicious. What's the cause? Is it poison? And it's something that should be, handled very, very meticulously, very carefully. But rather, you have a statutory superintendent going, ordering the people to cook the cow so that he can taste it. And once he tastes it, and maybe after a few hours or a few minutes or a few days, nothing, other residents saw that nothing happened to him.
And they went about taking the cows.
It includes them to go there and take the body of the cow, escape with it, and they're cooking it, and I mean, the cow all over the place. And we don't know the cause of death.
And I think you're going
until now.
I think it's going to serve as a benefit for both sides if they were to wait for the authority, the animal specialist to come and do some testing. If there is a disease that's coming up, they're going to be killing animals, cattle. They're going to know, and they're going to establish the fact that that's why this disease is coming up. And on the other hand, it's going to be a very good thing to know exactly what was the cause of this huge number of cows to die. And citizens in that area are going to take precaution about how they go about doing things. But you cannot just go about and just butcher the cow, eat the cow, and then giving other.
You're not even animal expert.
It's just wrong.
You're not even animal expert. You're not animal specialist. You're not health practitioners. But y'all when your other people to butcher the cow and just to test it in somebody's mouth. Test it.
No, it sounds laughable, but it is serious. It sounds laughable. I want to know whether the
statutory superintendent must now become real tester now.
It sounds laughable, but it's serious. These are things that it's just primitive. To be frank, it's just primitive. And
poor leadership.
It's primitive.
Poor leadership. Very poor leadership. So what if that cow or those cows died as a result of a disease? And
that's what I'm saying.
We should when these things happen, we should try to reflect on our history. In 2014, we had a virus, Ebola virus
coming from animals.
That killed a lot of people in this country. And at that time, awareness was created in the country all over. Don't eat meat, don't eat dry meat, don't eat a meat, don't eat a particular meat. Don't eat it. And we also had coronavirus coming in 2019.
Also came from some animals as well.
Yeah, and people died from it. So if you have, cows, animals or cattle dying in huge number, I thought this will kind of panic the residents of that area. I heard some, on radio and other media outlets that citizens of Foya district are living in fear. They're just living in fear. Then you're stealing cattle. You're stealing cattle, dead cattle that nobody know the cause of death. You're stealing it, going to dry it and going to eat it. They're not living in fear.
They're not living in fear. Certainly.
They're not living in fear.
We should learn from our previous things that happened in this country, previous things that have happened in this country. As Yegazi said, we've had the issue of Ebola virus that was established that it came from animal, and even up to now, people have been discouraged to eat bush meat. And initially we had the issue of coronavirus from China, and we know that came from an animal as well. And now you have the death of huge number of cattle, and then you just go about, eating it. It rings in my mind that people don't care about themselves. They just go about, what the heart calls for. They do exactly what the heart calls for, and that is wrong. And I'm afraid, I can see, for those who will not be in the know, and perhaps some of those things are going to be dry and sent to other places because 36 cows.
36 cows. That's small.
If you butcher those cows, that plenty of meat you're talking about.
Plenty cow.
If some kind of health hazard comes out of that, you know how many humans are going to, fall prey to disease that are going to come of those things.
Yeah, and the thing, and the thing is, some of those cows, will just be dried. At least for the superintendent, they cook it and maybe it boil for several hours. And probably if there's any disease in it, there's a likelihood or possibility that is going to die. But what about those who will not cook it, who will not boil it for several hours? People will just take it and dry it. They use smoke to dry it and they sell it around. And sometimes when you go in the market, sometimes you buy dry meat. You can't even boil sometimes. You just take it because that dry meat, you taste it.
For others.
So it is very, very concerning. The bodies of the 36 cows is being reported that those dead cows have gone missing. Yeah, yeah, they have gone missing. The inhabitants of that area. Some other people, I don't want to square say that as inhabitants, but who will do such?
Who will do such? People that come elsewhere.
Yeah, who will do such?
The people saw the statutory superintendent eating the cow.
That was just instigated by the statutory superintendent. That the statutory superintendent made the cows to go missing. Because I think your function as a statutory superintendent or as a leader in a particular area, when you see cows die in huge number, what you want to do, you want to preserve, you want to secure the particular environment the cows die in, or secure the bodies, until animal experts or specialists can come and do that testing, before. But you the statutory superintendent, you say you cook the cow, you take the cow heart, you cook it, that means taste it to see whether the cow die of poison. Are you kidding me? And he tested it. He never died, because nothing happened to him. Maybe after a few hours or 1 or 2 days. So it just enthused or motivated the inhabitants of the area to go and steal the cow. They said, but they started to superintendent ate the cow. Nothing happened to him. So what now? So that's what got it. Those the bodies of the cow missing. People went and stole it. We got the statutory superintendent ate it, and nothing happened to him. So, well, that is it. Those are people that we appoint to positions. And I mean, before appointing folks to position, that is what the president has got to do some very, very good research, know the person better, and also our legislature, the Senate, who confirmed those people. They too need to do due diligence to know the capability of people that they elect or select, as a leader or confirm as leaders in our country. I don't know, but folks, that's the news coming there from Lofa County. Let's go over to other trending national issues in the country. Now, in Nimba County, the former Vice President, Ambassador Joseph Yuma Buaka, has been touring that county. He began his tour in Magibi County, later Bong, and now he's in Nimba. And my understanding is that he is still in Nimba. So let's see whether we can call our man there in Nimba County who's providing coverage of the former vice president's tour to tell us more about the tour, the kind of reception that it's receiving. Though we've been seeing pictures via the social media, and we've been seeing some prominent personalities that are a part of that tour. But let's hear from Aaron Talu, our reporter who is with the team, to give us more info about the tour. Once we get Aaron Talu on the line, we will be speaking to him this morning. This is the Today Show, your most preferred breakfast program, and we are coming to you live on Spoon 107.5, Super 95.5, and on Spoon TV Live and Super TV Live. We have Aaron Talu now on the line. Aaron, good morning and welcome.
Good morning, Jesse, and good morning to our followers. Good morning to Emmanuel as well.
Yeah, good morning, Aaron.
Aaron, good morning. How is Nimba County? Are you staying in Nimba firstly? Oh, I don't know. Aaron has gone off the line. Let's see whether we can call him again. I don't know what's happening. I hope it's not network. Because if he's in Nimba, especially in Ganta, I don't think he should have network issue. Okay. I don't know.
This one angle. Maybe.
Okay. I'm being told that he's not available. I don't know. What's happening, and it's important that we take him on here. So let me try to get in via another means here. Aaron Talu. No, he's off. He's offline.
Can you give it a try on a regular call?
Yeah, let me give him a try again on regular call here this morning. Aaron Talu. Okay, so once we get Aaron Talu, we'll be speaking with him. We'll also speak to Haji Masale, a reporter who also provided coverage of the official announcement ceremony of the LPP vice standard bearer. Oh my God, I'm not still getting Talu. So I'm not still getting Talu. So let's see whether we can talk to Haji Masale. Talu, if you are listening or if you are getting us wherever you are, you want to call us, if you can. Let's have some conversation about the former vice president's visit there to Nimba County. But let's see whether we can also join Haji Masale. Haji also provided coverage for the official announcement ceremony of the running mate of the LPP, headed by Councillor Tao Gonglo. So Haji Masale is on the line. Haji, good morning and welcome.
Yeah, good morning, Yagezi.
It's good to have you on. You back to Monrovia now?
Yes, I'm in Monrovia.
Okay. So tell us more about happenings there in Bond County over the weekend.
Yeah, the program took place on Saturday. It was the naming of his running mate, Councillor Tiawan Kokolo running mate. So the program began with a parade from the Kokoya Road up to the administrative building. The 10 hours huge. That is a great surprise. Though myself didn't expect that kind of turnout.
Okay.
But the turnout was, very huge, and the people gathered. But many of the supporters I saw, they have broom.
Okay.
That's the symbol of stupid corruption. So say Councillor Tiawan Konglo. Yeah. So saw them with broom, the motorcyclists, and lots of the people there, they had a broom. So the ceremony was colorful. He finally named his running mate. His running mate came from a very humble background, where when Emmanuel Ure Yakpawodo was speaking, he first began by explaining how he got his education. He was around 14 years old when he sat in his first class. Yes, then he struggled acquiring education. Did not see his mother. He was like 1 year or 2 years old when his mother passed off. His father decided to send him to family members to raise him and give him some education. But then the war came because he was born in 1981. The war came in 1989, which he was supposed to enroll. The war had to damage that path, and up to 1994 before he started his primary education. So imagine he was kind of of age.
Yeah.
He started in Guinea and came over to Liberia. Then he got some help from the church, and until he graduated and he went and did a master, a PhD. But this man, Emmanuel Yakpawodo, is a walking encyclopedia. He lectures well. I mean, because I was going live and I was reading comments, of people following the live. People really did not know him at the onset, but from the unveiling ceremony, when he mounted the podium and began to speak, his expose, people try to admire him because he broke down in simplicity the governance structure, how government is supposed to be run, how the resources supposed to be distributed. I mean, he just explained, eloquently, and people kind of admire him, and they were like, yes,
okay,
this is how government, supposed to run.
Okay.
And so from your observation, how well connected is Emmanuel Ure Yakpawodo to the people of Bon County?
He's a traditionalist, meaning someone who grew up in the interior. So he had that kind of connection with the people in the interior part of Bon County, because in District 4, he was born and raised up before the war, and he traveled to Guinea, came back and continued. According to him, he had to come back in District 4 and work with his fathers on the farm. So I mean, you see that he has that kind of connection with the people in the rural part of Bon County. Even in Banga, he served as the president of the technical college there. Okay, so he has that kind of connection with the young people, the traditional people. I mean, he just got across.
Okay, Haji, thank you very much. It's been a pleasure having you, and thanks for providing coverage for that event.
Okay, Yakasi and Emmanuel, thanks you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so is Haji Masale there, our reporter, who was in Bon County, specifically in Banga over the weekend, providing coverage for the unveiling ceremony of the running mate of Councillor Tawan Gonglo.
Cleaner 2.
Yeah, Cleaner 2. Yeah. So let me just play you an excerpt of Dr. Ure that we have here for you to listen to some of the things that he said after being announced running mate of Councillor Tawan Gonglo.
My PhD is in the field of political ecology. In political ecology, we study the root cause of poverty and its associated environmental impact. What makes people poor? And how can we find the solution? Poverty is as a result of unequal distribution of resources. Resources are finite. Finite means they can finish. Land is finished. It's finite. The land is not growing, but our population is growing, correct? It's a finite resources. Money is a finite resource. The diamond we had the gold. Our country now is host to 43% of the remaining West African Guinean forest belt. That story uses stretch from Nigeria all the way here. Liberia has 33%. There are 25 biodiversity hotspots in the world. Liberia is host to one. I'm telling you what we're about. So look at this color. Let's call this the resource of the country. The money, the diamond, the concessions, the sign, the land, and everything. Let's call that this. Government are established to protect the vulnerable. The essence of government is to protect the vulnerable. Because this color, if I drop it here for everybody to get it and the resource, there are some people here that are affected. The faith is strong. They'll pick it up, right? They'll pick up this color. The weak people here will not get it. Even some are not weak. We can define weakness in different categories. They may not have physical strength, but they have mental strength, right? Government is established so that this thing we call the resources is distributed, so those who are vulnerable are protected in the process. So government is supposed to protect this. But let me demonstrate to you historically. And when I say historically, I know what I'm talking about. I have read like this. You call in a year, I will tell you exactly what was happening in Liberia, what was happening in West Africa, and the opinion in Liberia and the global community. I will tell you that any year you call. So when I say historically, I mean history. And into the contemporary time. This resource, this is what is encapsulated in the budget. The budget is the developmental agenda for the country. It's supposed to set it up. Go out today and take the budget and see what I'm talking about. The resource for everybody. I'm humble. I'm honored. Extremely humble and honored that among thousands and thousands of people that this church will come down to me. I did not expect it.
Okay, so he's Dr. Emmanuel Ure Yakbaulo, the running mate pick of Councillor Tawan Gonglo, the standard bearer of the Liberian People Party. They're speaking when he was announced in Banga over the weekend as the vice standard bearer of the LPP. Yeah. So yeah, he spoke with a lot of vigor, a lot of energy, and he made a lot of sense in his speech. So yeah, that's it. Let's now try to go over to Nimba County to see whether we can get Aaron Talu back on the line to tell us about the former vice president's tour of Nimba. Aaron, welcome back. How is Nimba again? Aaron Talu, are you there? Oh, I don't actually know what's going on with Aaron Talu this morning. Aaron, are you there? Okay. I don't know. But one more time, and then we do away with Aaron. If we cannot get him, then of course we will just have to continue on the program with other trending national issues. Aaron, are you there?
I'm here, Legacy. Good morning.
Remember, where are you talking from?
I'm in Ganta as you speak. To be specific, I'm on Jeremiah Kun farm and on the Ganta highway.
Oh, okay. I see why the network is kind of falling over. So you are not actually in Ganta, but you are on the farm, on Jeremiah Kun's farm. Yeah, which is a few minutes away from Ganta. Okay.
Close to 25 minutes away from Ganta.
Okay. Yeah. So tell us more about the former vice president's tour there in Nimba County. And first of all, what are you doing during Jeremiah Kun's farm?
Well, I'm here providing coverage for the former vice president and Jeremiah Kun.
Oh,
on the presentation ceremony of Jeremiah Kun in Nimba.
Oh, okay. So no, I'm asking specifically, what are you doing on Kun's farm? Is the former vice president there? Is Jeremiah Kun there? And if they are there, what are they doing there?
This is where they are lodging.
Oh, okay, that's where they are lodging.
Yes.
Okay, all right, that's great. Now, tell us more about the tour. How many counties you guys have visited? And there in Nimba, how many areas, cities in Nimba, towns you guys have visited so far?
So the tour started on Thursday, It started from my GB country to be specific in Kakata. And on Friday, the team moved to Banga. Then I joined the team Saturday in Ganta, and to be specific.
Yeah, tell us what the euphoria was like when the former vice president entered Nimba.
Well, it was great. Nimba went green. When the vice president entered Ganta, the entire street of Ganta were blocked. There is no car that could move from town, from the car coming from Saninkole and other places. It was a jam-packed traffic, and even the Nimalians are well turned out in that number. Yes, the crowd was very warming.
And what were people saying?
Well, from what I gather from people and from speakers made, it seems to be that the former vice president and their son Jeremiah, which is a running mate, and I mean they were expressing amazing. They were happy on the local things. You see people dancing, people chanting, political slogan. This is our time, the party. It was an astonishing one.
Okay, so who are some of the personalities, the prominent personalities alongside the former vice president on the tour? I know that Jeremiah Kuhn is there, but besides, who are other individuals?
So upon the arrival in Nima County, Sokopa is where the boundary between Nima County and Bon County. I saw the ANC representative for district number 8, Larry Nyonkwe. I saw Larry Nyonkwe there on Saturday. I also saw Martina Timba.
Is he on the tour, or he just attended maybe a reception program or something?
Yes, he attended the reception program, the welcome ceremony officially to Nima County. I saw him there. He was there.
Okay.
Yes, and I saw Martina Timba. Martina Timba just resigned from government a month ago. Senator Jeremiah Kuhn is also here. Prince Johnson is here, and Wimon Pei is the former national chairman of Unity Party is also here. The Doc Cooper oneself as superintendent for Nima County is also here, and other array of officials from Nima County, from the NDRO, and from the Unity Party as well.
So thereafter, will the team be going other counties, or they will come back Montserrat?
So I just to buttress that question, I understand that Boakai has visited Ganta, Kample, and other areas. So where next?
Yeah, so on Saturday it was in Ganta, and on yesterday, Sunday, the team visited about 5 churches in Ganta. They visited the Liberia Indian Church. They visited the Trumpet Baptist Church. Also visited the Methodist Church in Ganta, followed by the Intercontinental, the Habe, also visited that church. And they also went to Jubilee, but it was a little bit late, around 2 o'clock, so the people were not actually there. But after that, they left for the Kample. Kample, you can see it was a tsunami. I saw crowd. I was chill. If you watch the video from Spoon TV, if you look at the page, from what I saw in Saninkole and Kample, it tripled the crowd from Magiri and Bon County from what I saw in Kample yesterday.
Wow.
You could not see the background. You could see human being in that numbers in thousands.
Okay. So where next? Where next? And how long are they in Nimba?
So I'm told from here this morning from Ganta, the team will be heading to Saklepe. From Saklepe, the team will move to Tapeta, and then they will retire Tapeta and return back to Monrovia. But Senator Jeremiah Kuhn and Prince Johnson, they are made it clear that they will be here for 2 complete weeks to move to town and villages from client to client to speak to their people. And Senator Johnson, will present their son Jeremiah Kuhn that he is contesting, and they won 1 round victory. They won 90% of the vote in Nima. The ballot 10, the rest of the people can share it, but 90% this is where they live and the people of Nimba.
You know, Aaron, you having people coming in that numbers could be the result of government asking people. What are you hearing in street corners? Business places, the Atari shop where you have regular political discussion. What are you hearing?
Well, on campaign trail from the time that I started following politics, people at times when they're going places, they use buses, sometimes they use cars to transport people from one end to another end. But on this one, I see people transporting themselves from motorbike, on car, to converge to where the ceremony is being held. I'm not saying, people from the UP taking people from one end to another end, but rather than themselves, they transporting themselves from one end to another end to converge to where the ceremony is being held.
Okay. Okay. And a question, Emmanuel?
Yeah, but you didn't answer the last one. What are you hearing in street corners?
Well, this is a campaign time. People will come around. People will come around, sympathizers, partisans, and even people from the other side who are not supporters of the political party will come around. They want to come and see what will you say. So, people are saying the party will do their best, but you also have people who also from diverse background who are saying they should wait until 2029. So
2023.
Yeah.
2029.
October.
The next election.
Oh, okay.
I'm saying the next election. But people are from diverse background. People are saying a lot of things. People are against. People are for. It's just a mixed reaction.
Okay. Aaron, thank you very much. And wish you a good day. And please try to take some statistics as you guys head to Cyclopia in Tapeta. You want to do some observation about the road condition, the pavement that's ongoing. I learned that some parts of the road there from Ganta to Tapeta is paved, and some parts are not paved. As well as heading to Tapeta, you were there recently, and you know what's unfolding there. So I just wanted to do some observation to take down some statistics as you go on with the team.
Okay, so speaking about the road from Ganta to Sanikole is well paved.
Okay.
Yes, it's well paved.
It's co-tarded.
Yes, certainly.
Okay. All right.
So to complete is about 80%, to completion.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Thank you very much, Aaron. Hope to have you tomorrow, if possible. If you guys are still in, you said the guys will be retiring today in Tapeta.
No, tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Oh, so they are heading to Cyclopia. They're going to spend a night in Cyclopia and then head to Tapeta on tomorrow.
No, in Cyclopia will just be a brief stop.
Oh, okay.
The ceremony will be held in Tapeta. The official presentation ceremony will be held in Tapeta.
Oh, okay. All right. Thank you, Aaron. It's been a pleasure.
Okay, Jesse. Thanks a lot.
Okay. So that's Aaron Talu. Aaron Talu is our reporter here. He's also one of the co-hosts of the program here.
Oh, well.
He's there. I forgot to ask the man whether he not saw us on GB.
Man, that drive me Bennett all the way there. He drive me. Excuse me.
Okay, so folks, that's it on the show here. Let's move over to other trending issues. CENTAR, the Center for Transparency and Accountability, has criticized the CDC for allowing corruption-sanctioned government officials like Nathaniel McGill, like Bill Twary, to contest on their ticket. So recently, the CDC held primaries across the country, though the primary was controversial in some district. But in other districts, it was a free ride. In other counties, on the senatorial level, it was a free ride. Like I understand that the former Minister of State for Presidential Affairs in Margibi County won on a white ballot, and also in some districts, some representatives like Akaras Moses Gray did win on white ballot. They weren't contested against, they weren't opposed by anyone in the district. But this issue of Nathaniel McGill and Bill Toy is something that a lot of Liberians have been concerned about, and it's important that we tell Liberian how this issue is going to be. I know some Liberians are surprised about the National Elections Commission, certificating these individuals to contest as candidates in the pending elections. And some people tend to compare their situation with the situation of the former defense minister. But these are two different situations. If you look at them, they are two different situations. Okay, but Centaur has criticized the CDC for allowing individuals who have been sanctioned by the US to contest on the CDC ticket. And remember, it is within the CDC government that these individuals were sanctioned. Those are individuals who were very, very close to the president. And after they were sanctioned, they were forced to resign by the president or hierarchies of the ruling establishment. And of course, they yielded to that's force, and they did resign. But following their resignation, we did expect that they would have been forwarded for prosecution. But until now, nothing of such has been heard. And we have a president that has always said that we will fight corruption. We have a president that has made several commitments about fighting corruption. And we have a case of corruption, his close confidants being accused of corruption, but nothing is being done except the resignations that were done by them. But resignation is not just enough. Those individuals were accused of misusing, of embezzling the country's money. Okay, that's a grave allegation that I think those guys need to be turned over to the justice system to either vindicate themselves. But until now, nothing has been said about that. So how can we say this government is serious about fighting corruption? And this is the same government that is begging Liberian people to vote for them. You're begging Liberian people to vote for you. And corruption is one menace that has stagnated the growth and development of this country. Corruption is one of the major reasons why Liberia today cannot be compared to Ghana, though Liberia got independence before Ghana, though Liberia was at an appreciable level of development than Ghana several years back. But immediately, the case is different. Ghana is far beyond Liberia when it comes to development in every aspect. In every aspect, Ghana is far away from Liberia. And this is just because our leaders have failed to fight corruption. Our leaders are greedy, they are self-seeking, and as a result, they don't care for the interest of the country. They don't care for national interest. They care for personal interests. So if we must move forward, folks, I think one menace or one malfeasance that we must tackle is corruption. Yeah. If we must move forward, one wrongdoing in government that we must tackle is corruption. If we don't tackle corruption and corruption continues to persist in government, I mean, folks, we are going nowhere. I mean, I'm not saying that corruption is the only, factor towards, that has stagnated our growth and development. I do know that there are other, contributing factors. What I'm saying is that corruption is one of the major factors. Okay, so if we must move ahead, we must first push corruption from along the way, because if corruption is not in the way, then people will start thinking about national interest. But if corruption is in the way, then of course people will think more of personal interest as opposed to national interest. So if you have a government not fighting corruption, not taking corruption seriously, then I think that government is not serious about moving this country forward. I must say that.
Sure enough.
I must say that. Any government that is not serious about fighting corruption, it means that government, is taking this country nowhere. Even in the past, not only the CDC government, the Unity Party government as well, they had their own issue with corruption. We know about the corruption scandal at the at NOCAL, where at the end of the day, instead of turning over those accused for prosecution, the former president sat down and said that she took the blame. She took the blame. So if people continue to, perpetrate these acts against that against good governance, and they go with impunity, then how do we move forward as a country? And for the CDC, this is very terrible for them. You're going for re-election. And you are allowing individuals that have been sanctioned for corruption to the highest degree, to contest on your ticket. That is terrible. I mean, I don't know. The issue of morality, the issue of integrity is just like taken for joke here in Liberia. It's taken for granted here in Liberia. But again, sometimes you don't blame these people. You blame the citizens themselves. Because if you look in Maigibi County today, Nathaniel McGill is there contesting to become senator. Okay? And he's one of the formidable candidates in the race. From the look of things, there's a high likelihood that he will win that election. Because if he holds programs, we see the magnitude of people that attend. And from opinion polls on local radio stations in Maigibi County, it tells you that, he stands a very good chance of winning the election there in Maigibi County. Even though this man has this stigma of corruption on him from the US. The people trying to help us to fight corruption. But we ourselves, we're not fighting corruption. And Liberians, we also trying to help. We are helping the government to fight corruption. Because I think what we should be doing at this time is to pressurize the government to prosecute those individuals who were sanctioned by the US government. Those individuals, they have the right to contest. Some people have been saying that they holding contest the election. No, they have the right to contest the elections. Why? Because, why it's true that the U.S. is a superior power. They have nothing to do with, they wouldn't interfere in the governance of this country. Okay? Liberia is a sovereign state, like the United States itself. So the U.S. will not interfere in such matter. The only thing they will do is what they did. They sanction those officials. They don't go in that country because of corruptions they perpetrated in Liberia. That is helping us to fight corruption. But we ourselves, we're not helping ourselves. So those individuals, they will contest. Mm-hmm. They have the right to contest in our elections. And that is why the National Elections Commission certificated them. Nathaniel McGill has been certificated. I don't know about Bill Twawi, but he will be certificated if he has not yet been certificated. They will be certificated. They will contest in the elections. And if they win, they will be seated as senators. So don't compare their case with the former defense minister case, Brennan Samoka. No, don't compare those two cases. Those are quite different cases.
Sure enough.
Okay, so they will contest, and if they win, they will take seat. The only way those individuals who have contested was if the George Weah led government had sent them to court here in Liberia after the allegation that was leveled by the U.S. government. If our government has sent them to court for persecution and they are persecuted, and at the end of the day they are found guilty by a Liberian court, then of course they wouldn't have been permitted to contest the elections. They wouldn't have been, because they would have been convicts. Okay, they wouldn't have been permitted. But that is not the case. They were accused. They weren't persecuted. Probably, and I don't want to even say probably, but I think that is intended. The government of Liberia failed to prosecute them. It's just intended to aid and abet them in ascending to those positions that they do aspire for. That is just it. And this is wrong.
Yegazi, I saw this coming for a very long time. The issue of Nathaniel Fallow McGill and Bill Twawi getting on the CDC ticket, I saw it coming for a very long time. When these people were sanctioned by the U.S. government, the process that interplayed with their resignation and other things initially spared out this government interest in the case, initially spared out this government quest to fight corruption. And having a country that is rather with corruption, you should have a group of leaders, or you should have a leader that will have the courage, irrespective of proximity, irrespective of your connection with an individual, to do what is right. But instead, people will not actually do what is right because they don't have the courage to do it. And they will have individual interests superseding the interests of the nation. And that is wrong. Beyond borders, that is wrong in cap letters. And this issue of Nathaniel McGill and others getting on who were sanctioned, me just spell it out. Nathaniel McGill and Bill Twawi will actually send a signal to the U.S. government after they have invested their resources in bringing out pieces of evidence to sanction these people, their effort, their time, and Liberia being a partner with the United States in development, that will actually spell out another picture of that scenario. And you will clearly understand that when our leaders say we are partner with the United States in development, that is just a mere bluff. You know, after those people were sanctioned, this government didn't give a question to these people to answer. And it would have been a very good thing to have a day in court, a day or days in court for these people to exonerate themselves. And then if they're going to plead not guilty, it's going to be a very good thing. It was going to be a very good thing to have these people surfacing on the ticket of CDC. But instead, they were tech-lipped. They didn't say a word. They didn't give these people a chance to exonerate themselves. They went scot-free, and that just shows you the culture of impunity in our country. And if we keep living with this culture of impunity, trust me, Liberia, God forbid, Liberia will go nowhere. And I cannot feel pleased sitting on radio, on a public radio and saying Liberia will not go nowhere. It hurts me at times, but it is as a result of our leaders and the kind of decision they can make at times. That should serve as a means for citizens to see reason to make a good or a sound decision. You can see Liberia has passed through a lot. This country has bleed and is continuing to bleed. It is just disheartening. It is actually disheartening. We need to cut this culture of impunity. We need to have leaders that will rise up to the occasion and make the right decision, make some tough decision. But this time, Nathaniel McGill and others should be answering questions instead of them just going scot-free. And if they are elected, trust me, they're going to have Buddhas even doing their job. They're going to have Buddhas. Like we have the likes of Vani Sherman. We have the likes of Prince Johnson. Those people that were sanctioned initially, they have Buddhas. They are not free like other senators to go other places to lobby for you. That will serve as another impediment for their job that they are going to take on.
And mind you, America is a superpower. There are a lot of countries across in the world that subscribe to the democratic tenets. So it's going to be difficult for most of these individuals with this stigma. If you elect them, for example, to go out there to countries that subscribe to America's
they will not do business
democratic
with them.
tenets, those countries wouldn't do business with them because they have a tainted character, they have a tainted reputation. Once America has questioned your reputation, I mean, it's a serious matter, a very, very serious matter. But we Liberians are here aiding and abetting them, because it is not only the government or the CDC that is aiding and abetting these individuals in what they have done to our country.
Sure.
Okay. It is ourselves, Liberians. You go in Margibi County, you go in Rivers County. Those individuals are formidable contenders.
Yes.
For the senatorial race in Margibi and Rivers County. They are formidable contenders.
Sure.
And this, if they are elected, it would mean that Liberia, number one, first let's begin with President we are government. If they are elected, it would mean, and already it even depicts that the George Weah government to have even allowed them contest on the CDC ticket. It depicts or portrays that the George Weah government, is not any serious about fighting corruption. Everything that the CDC government says about fighting corruption is just lip service. It's just words. They don't mean it. They only say those things to attract citizens to them. But you, the citizens out there too, you need to be wise from these scenarios within the CDC government. Okay, you need to be wise. So it will be very, very bad for our country. Sometimes the guys on touring there, that their parent can just say that me just move my hand from in other child business. And that decision can be predicated upon frustration and disappointment.
Yeah.
Because
continuous frustration and
you
disappointment.
have suffered, on that child. You have done everything. You have tried your best possible, to make that child a good child. But you don't even see a sampling. You don't see anything coming out of that child that will tell you that the child will be a good child.
Yeah.
Maybe even 1%. You're not seeing anything. So as a result, on touring yesterday, some parents can just say, "Let me take my hand for another child business." Don't be surprised if America does that to Liberia. Don't be surprised. Ain't fighting corruption. The people sanction officials, government officials. It's left with our country now to prosecute those government officials.
They will not come down and prosecute those people.
The Americans will never do
that. That clause will be responsible to come down and prosecute those people.
The American, like Liberia, like I said, is a sovereign state, like America. So they will not interfere into the affairs of Liberia, especially when it comes to prosecuting. All they can do, all they will do, maybe they can withdraw certain support to Liberia. And I don't think they will want to do that because I don't think it's because of a few group of people they want to punish the entire citizenry of Liberia in that form and manner. And that is why they pointed out those guys. And, it is left with our own government to prosecute them. But if the government doesn't prosecute them, allowing them to contest in elections, and they are likely to win those elections they are contesting for. If they win, so it's going to mean a lot for us. It's going to be too terrible for us. Very, very terrible for us. It means the citizens themselves not serious about fighting corruption.
Yeah.
As well as the government.
Yes.
So it's not only the government, but the citizens themselves. They're not serious about fighting corruption. They don't vote. They only vote. They vote people maybe based on party mandate. The party say I'm gonna vote for the president. So it means you guys are taking the interest of the party over national interest. And if you take party interest over national interest, then the country will go nowhere. We'll continue to suffer in from all of the conditions we are suffering from. Poverty. We lack of infrastructure, infrastructural development. We all know how the economy is like, lack of job opportunities, and all of that. There are schools in Liberia where, students don't even have bench to sit on.
Oh yes.
Mud schools. You go in the remote places. You're going to feel frustrated. Not even in remote places.
Even in the same Montserrado.
Even right here in Montserrado.
Yeah.
You go Nimba. During the by-election, I went Nimba, to provide coverage. There's a town, I've forgotten the name of the town, but that town is like 15 minutes away from Gumpa. But when I saw the public school in that town, I felt so frustrated. Mud to mud. No correct zinc. The zinc, there is zinc that are pulling the put there. Mud to mud. No chairs. The student coming to school, they have to bring their own chairs. No good blackboards. A town that is 15 minutes away from Ganta is like that. So what more about towns and villages that are 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours away from Ganta? Areas that are not accessible by vehicles, motorbikes.
Just sad.
What more about those areas? All of those can be attributed to corruption. The money that belongs to all of us, instead of it being the resources of this country being distributed equitably, it's not being equitably distributed. And so as a result, you have a rise or increase in poverty. But then we sit down there and we're voting people who are stealing the same money, who are embezzling the same money. We sit down there and we support them. We say we'll vote for them. While it is left with us, Liberians, to make that decision. To vote for those who were sanctioned. And I'm not even excluding Senator Johnson.
Yeah.
I'm not excluding Senator Johnson. I'm not excluding Vani Sherman.
No.
Of Grand Cape Mount. I'm not excluding him. So I'm not talking, I'm not criticizing
when the government, CDC government officials, no.
In the CDC government, but all those who have been sanctioned.
Across the board.
All those who have been sanctioned. I wouldn't support anybody or encourage anybody to go and vote for anyone who has been sanctioned by the U.S. government. I wouldn't. Because if you do that, and again, if you provide your party ticket for those individuals to, run on it, then you yourself, you aiding and abetting corruption. You are. And especially for the ruling establishment to do that, it just means that the ruling establishment is not serious about fighting corruption, even though the president has said that America is a partner in progress, but I don't know what kind of partner in progress.
What kind of partner in progress you're talking about?
America is. So
you can have a partner in progress that help you in the process.
You don't listen to them.
You don't listen.
When both of you are not even compatible, I would say.
Oh, yes.
Because America, we know their system, their governance system is not, perfect. I know they have their own pitfalls or lapses in their governance system, but they try their best, to do the right thing. But for us, we are even thinking about doing the right thing.
And you can see, as it relates to this,
lack of compatibility there.
As it relates to this partner in progress, can you remember? I think it was early this year or the ending of last year when the United States sent an envoy here to actually do some fundings around the issue of war crime and criminal court. And the United States committed to financing the entire project, the entire process. But up to now, we haven't heard anything of such.
Yeah.
This government, this government is reneging. It's reneging, and then you have folks from government angle, from the vice president angle, going to another man's church to protest for war crime court, and that just shows how things are in our country, how people take things. Okay. You have people who are clothed with the responsibility to make things happen, yet instead they are reneging, and then you go to another man's church to do, it just play a depict a very wrong picture of our country, and that is wrong.
Okay, so folks, we will go to the lines and take a few calls before going home this morning. Callers, we've discussed a couple of trending national issues. We talked about the over 30 cows, specifically 36 cows that died on Friday in Lofa County, the cause of death. is yet unknown, but the latest info from Lofa County is that the dead bodies of those cows have disappeared. Yeah, and that happened after the Foya District Statutory Superintendent order people to cook the cow for him to taste to know whether the cow. I don't know why he wanted to know why he wanted to detect in his mouth. But right after he ate the cow and after a few hours of a few days and 1 or 2 days, people saw that nothing happened to him. Probably that just encouraged them or emboldened them to go and kind of steal the dead bodies of the cow to carry, to eat, or use for other purposes. So, Carlos and talk about that. We spoke to our Lofa County correspondent about that this morning. We also spoke to Haji Masale, who's currently in Monrovia after being in Bong County, specifically in Manga, providing coverage for the official announcement of Dr. Emmanuel Ure Yakbalu as the running mate of vice standard bearer of the Liberian People Party, which Councillor Tawan Gonglo is a standard bearer of. And we also spoke to Aaron Talu, who's currently in Gompa City in Nimbas specifically. And there you have the former vice president of the Republic of Liberia, Joseph Yuma Buakai. He's on a 3-day tour, but I think it's more than 3 days now. Because the tour, like Aaron said, started on Thursday in Magibi, Friday, Saturday, and yesterday. And today they are heading to Saclay, PA, where to be, making a brief stop and head to Tapeta, where according to Aaron, they will retire. So callers, and let's talk more about that, and we'll talk about the Center for Transparency and Accountability criticisms of the CDC government of allowing corruption-sanctioned government officials contest on their ticket. So callers, let's have a conversation here. 0777 1075 0777 1075 0555 101075 075 0555 101075 0777 1075. Good morning, your name and where you join us from.
Good morning, Jesse.
Good morning.
Let's say a pleasant good morning to you and your colleagues. This voice is Fode Mohammed Kakwe, political name, the National Youth Chairperson of the African Liberation League, ALL. Let me say a pleasant good morning to you, to my political leader, the senior party leader, Madam Sarah Beslo Nyanti, wherever you are this morning.
Oh, so you're elect political leader now?
Sure.
Oh wow.
Sarah Beslo Nyanti, an astute nation builder is
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need to have a conversation around that. But anyway, go ahead with the point.
Thank you. I like the conversation, and let me applaud you guys for flagging all critical national issues.
Okay, go to the point now, because there are a lot of people on
the
line.
Let me appreciate Center. Center, it is not that I don't want to consider their action as being as criticism. This is a fact. To look at a government that clearly speaks, or a president that says, anyone going against America, or you're not friendly with America, I mean, you're not be friendly with us. Then we see that same president or that same group of people going for people who are not friendly with America. You can tell me American Treasury Department come out to sanction public official for massive corruption. And then we see the same people doing business with them. You will see my fellow Magilda running on the CDC ticket. It is now so probably I knew this thing was happening long since. These people, they are not prepared for transformation, but we want to say this. For us, from the African Liberation League, our style of politics will be different.
Oh, okay.
We'll not be looking at people, processes, going to them, talking so much about them. The time we will take to discuss an individual, we will take that time to tell Liberian people why Marcelo Besso Yanti is the best and the reason she must be the best for everybody.
Thank you. Thank you.
Liberia deserves better.
Thank you very much.
We have a lot of challenges, we have a lot of policy issues that we need to bring on the table and tell Liberian people why we should select Marcelo Besso Yanti.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Let's talk to another person. Good morning. Your name and where you join us from? Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Yagazi.
Good morning. Let's hear your name and where you join us from.
Yagazi, good morning.
Yeah, let's hear you.
Thank you. Let me say good morning to my man, Maya Davis.
Yeah, morning.
You know, I'm Lawrence Spencer and I'm in Johnsonville Township.
Yeah, Lawrence, go on.
And I've been religiously following your program. And, you know, Yagazi, I would agree with both of you more about the issue about corruption in Liberians as a whole. You know, myself, many days I think, and I don't get it as to the way we Liberians behave, right? For example, you guys talk about Mangi and the rest of the other people that got sanctioned by the American people. But we, the ordinary citizens ourselves, we are the ones celebrating and pulling people on our heads up and down.
Sure.
And for me, I think the root cause of some of these things, Legacy, is two factors basically. Number one is lack of education, and second is the high level of poverty in this country. That is why for us from the CDB, for example, Mr. Kumi is saying.
Hello, are you there, Lawrence?
Two basic factors in my opinion.
Okay.
Number one, the high level of illiteracy rate in our country. And secondly, is the high level of poverty rate as well. Okay. So any serious-minded government that will want to, eradicate things, you should educate the population and you should also find means that people to live independently. In that way, I don't think you will have the majority of the population celebrating criminals in broad daylight.
Oh, okay.
So to that conclude, for example, what happened in Magiri is as a result of poverty because some of these people, they think when they go around the left of Magiri, other people get something to sustain them and their family for the day. So whether they let the idea or not, or they let the individual or not, they will show up. And when you show up, what you do is you're giving that individual payment. So it's unfortunate. Let's pray for a better government.
Thank you.
When Mr. Kumi take over, some of these things will start happening. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Let's talk to this person. Good morning, your name and where you join us from? Good morning, are you there? Okay, we'll take this call. Good morning.
Good morning.
Let's hear you, your name and where you join us from.
This is Gideon calling from Riverside.
Okay, how is Riverside?
Yeah, Riverside. All right.
Let's hear you.
Yeah.
I'm sorry we lost Gideon, but let's talk to another person. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you doing this morning?
I'm okay. How yourself?
I'm okay.
Let's hear you.
Jerry, sorry, I'll come from station number 12.
Okay.
Thank you so much for your presentation this morning. I'm concerned how to do with the issue of anti-fire district about those cows that got disappeared. I really admire you what you are saying. It was a district, superintendent that caused the cow to disappear. Because you that serving as the father of the home and something happened in the home. And then the children see you doing it. Why you think that the children will not do? They will do. He was the one that was to even send the security to man that day until the people can come and then do the extent of those cows. But you went and then tell the people, say, your butcher the meat, let me teach them first so that they know whether they will kill by the person. So we can't blame the community people. People already hungry. They're looking for something to get somewhere to get something to eat. And then you go start eating the cow. Why you tell the other people not do? Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. More calls here. Good morning, your name and where you join us from? Good morning. Are you there? Yeah. I'm okay. Is this Janje?
Yeah, you guys see Martin, my everything on the ring, you know, easy on me. You guys see, when I speaking to you, all the way in Bonafant or one of my uncle was just invisible and not easy.
Okay, so Janje, let's use this time to call for SOS call for you. Just send out SOS call, explain what actually happened to you, and send out an SOS call out there so that those that are listening, if they can help you, so that they can help you. For those of you who don't know, it's Janje Ta. Janje Ta is one of our regular callers and regular followers of this show and every other show on Spoon FM and Spoon TV Live. So he has a problem that he's been confronted with. So, Jenny, just go ahead, explain the problem, send out an SOS call, and then call your mobile money number so that anybody listening, can help you out if they can.
Yeah, my name is Janita. Actually, my people and other Bagay people are in land dispute, and she said that the elder living on for her, and she desired to went into case, and she wanted the case going time. But to that first, she brought people because the money she thought would not have the money. She desired to break our house down, and based on my condition, because I physically challenge. They only left one room up for me on destroying the room. They said they gave me one now to that to leave the place. And then I had no able to breathe. So I was calling on who listening to me or the people to help me. They go down. You guys see two or three for me on the station or ladies. She said only that to me on my mobile money, but the room I got the room, the woman that pay 120 for the room. And when I have the only that I on the $20. So I'm appealing to whoever listening to me to be able to help me. When my whole area, the winner for yesterday, the market, I also want to, I had to transport it to my uncle area in Bonafant. And I have regular area when I station right now, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I get up and down. I get me area now to live.
Yeah, so just call your mobile money number.
Yeah, my number is 055.
Yeah.
2015. 055 2015. So I got to anybody listening to me to be able to.
2015 what? That your phone numbers you call there.
555 2015.
Okay, 2015.
Yeah.
2015. 0555.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you, yeah? Okay, so he's off the line. So that's it. Like I said, he's a Janjita. He's physically challenged. One of his leg is amputated. But he's been one of our regular callers here every time on the show. And I mean, he's one of the most popular listener of Spoon FM. So he had a situation, like I said, where they lived in a 12-bedroom house, and they've lived there for several years. But just a few months ago, there's a lady who came and claimed the property, and the legal process was followed according to other people around. She had the financial influence. That's an allegation. She influenced the process. And the case was adjudicated in her favor, and so she was given the right, to the land. So after she was given the right to the land, a few weeks after, I think she ordered people along in concern with the court to remove those that are living in a 12-room house. So they went there and they started to demolish the building. They demolished all of the 11 rooms of the house, but then Genjital, because of his condition, a physically challenged person, begged them, cried on them, not to demolish his area because he has nowhere to go at all. So because of his cry and his condition, they listened to him, but then they've given him just 1 month, 1 month. That is this July. That we've already gone 10 days within. So they've given him this month, to find place to move. After this month, they've told him that they are not going to pay to him anymore. So that's the situation he finds himself within. So if you can be a help to him, it's going to be great. Call him if you can be a help to him in any way. He's looking for a place, so whatever way you can be a help to him financially, he will really, really appreciate. And of course, God is going to appreciate that. So like he said, let me just see what I have his number here so that I can try to read it out for him again. Janjita, he said his mobile money number is okay, so it's 0555 20 18 80 15. 0555 20 80 15. 0555 20 80 15. We made an SOS call for him. It was last week, and according to him, somebody sent him $20. So please, if you can be a help to him, please be to find him place. He said he found somewhere for I think 120 or so.
Yeah, 120.
Yeah, 120. But he doesn't have the money to pay, so he's seeking help from you out there. So if you can help him, that will be fine. Okay, so folks, it's already 10 o'clock. Let's see whether we can quickly draw our winners here before this thing is let's okay. Wow. I'm sorry, we cannot draw winners because we did not meet the threshold. We did not meet the total the total number of transactions that we needed to reach to draw a winner. But your draw is still in. So the next program, there are a lot of programs coming up. So once your draw is in, any other program that's on, you're going to be part of the draw. So you still stand a chance to win. So keep on playing the Spoon 107.5 Mega Daily Catch Splash. And it's been a wonderful time here this morning on the show. I've been here alongside Emmanuel David. My name is Yekezi Zobo Emmanuel.
Yes, we'll be back on the show another day.
Okay, so bye-bye from our end.